Happy morning, everybody. From last 3 weeks, we are teaching the chapter Dual Nature of Electromagnetic Radiation and Matter. Under this heading of dual nature of electromagnetic radiation and matter, next point is wave particle duality of electromagnetic radiation. Then first point in this concept is, you know that light is propagated in the form of packets of light energy called as quanta or photons. Therefore, light energy packets is equal to the photons or quanta. This is the important point. Light energy packets is called as photons or quanta. Then, as per experimental and theoretical investigation, these photons can have some momentum. It is also important point. Each photon has some momentum. Okay. Then next point is, light is propagated in the form of a electromagnetic wave. Therefore, next point is, light is propagated in the form of a wave and its particle nature was confirmed by the scientist Compton in 1924 by doing the experiment on scattering of X-rays due to the electron of matter. Therefore, particle nature was confirmed. Wave nature as well as the particle nature by scientist Compton in 1924. Okay. Then, third point. Compton described that all the photons have same momentum. Photons have same momentum and energy. Same momentum and energy. This is the next point. Fourth point is, photons are electrically neutral. They are not deflected by electric and magnetic field because they are the electrically neutral. Okay. Then fifth point, in photon particle collision, what happen? All the photons, means number of the photons is not conserved, but the momentum and energy of the system remains conserved. In photon particle collision, when the photons collide with the electrons, then what happen? Number of the photons is not conserved, but momentum and energy of the system is conserved. Okay? In collision, momentum and energy of system is conserved, means constant, but number of the photons is not conserved. Okay, this is the next point. 6th point is photons can travel with a velocity of light. The velocity of light is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, and this is the velocity of photons also. Okay, therefore velocity of photon is same as that of velocity of light. Okay, then 7th one, photons can be created, can be absorbed, or new photon can be created. Photon can be absorbed or new photon can be created. Okay, this is the 7th point. 8th point is mass of the photons is not defined. Photonचं mass हे define झालेलं नाही. Its rest mass is always 0. Rest mass of photon is equal to the 0. Its rest mass is 0 and mass of the photons can't be defined. Okay, this is the 8th point. 9th point is interference and diffraction phenomena can be explained by using the wave theory of light. As the slit, width of the slit is smaller than or equal to the wavelength of the light. Okay, therefore interference and diffraction phenomena of the light can be explained by using the wave theory of light. As the width of the slit is smaller than or comparable to the wavelength of light. Okay, this is the next point. And 10 number point is also some phenomena can be explained by both theories. Okay, therefore it is essential to consider both the behavior of electromagnetic radiations. What is the next point? Some phenomena can be explained by both the theories. म्हणजे दोन्ही थेरीने काही फेनॉमेना हे काय करता येतात, एक्सप्लेन करता येतात, आणि देअरफॉर इट इज इसेन्शियल टू कन्सिडर both the behavior of a electromagnetic radiation, that is particle nature as well as the wave nature, and it is called the wave particle duality of electromagnetic radiations. These are the different points related to this topic. Okay, the next point is de Broglie hypothesis. Let us see this. Then what is the de Broglie hypothesis? De Broglie is the name of the scientist. This hypothesis depends on 2 points. First point is all the energy in the universe or whole energy in the universe is in the form of electromagnetic radiation and matter. First point related to the de Broglie hypothesis is, it is very important that all the energy or the whole energy in the universe is in the form of electromagnetic radiation and matter. Therefore, we can say that energy is in the form of electromagnetic radiation, means radiant energy, and matter. Matter is also important in the case of energy. And second one is nature loves symmetry. Nature loves symmetry. Therefore, electromagnetic radiation and matter must be symmetrical. नेचरला सुद्धा काय असते, सिमेट्री आवडते. सगळ्यांना आपल्याला पण सिमेट्री आवडते, बरोबर ना. आपण सगळ्यांसारखंच करायला जातो, दुसऱ्या वेगळं केलं तर मग आपल्याला समाज नावं ठेवतो. त्याचं कारणच हे आहे की नेचर लव्स द सिमेट्री. ओके, अँड देअरफॉर इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक radiation and matter must be symmetrical. Means if the electromagnetic radiations or light radiation have dual nature, that is particle nature as well as the wave nature, similarly the matter also has the dual nature, particle nature as well as the wave nature. This is the de Broglie hypothesis. This hypothesis is called as a de Broglie hypothesis because it has a dual nature. Similarly, the matter has a dual nature called as a particle nature as well as the wave nature. Similarly here, particle nature as well as the wave nature. Okay, then let us find out the expression for wavelength of de Broglie wave. Okay, then de Broglie used the properties and obtain the relationship between frequency, wavelength, momentum and the energy, and that relation is called as de Broglie wavelength. Okay, therefore let us find out the expression for de Broglie wavelength. The momentum carried by a photon of energy E is, momentum is denoted by letter P. P is equal to the E upon C. This is the momentum of a photon. Okay, photon is the particle of light radiation. Therefore, P is equal to the E by C. Okay, where E is the energy of photon and C is the velocity of a photons. Okay, therefore P, E means energy. What is the energy of photon? P is equal to the H into nu upon C. Okay, where E is equal to the, here we put up E is equal to the H into nu, where H is the Planck's constant and nu is the frequency of light radiation. Okay, then P is equal to, H is constant, nu by C is the lambda. What is the nu by C? Nu by C is the lambda. Therefore, P is equal to the H upon lambda, and therefore lambda is equal to the H upon P, and this is the equation of de Broglie wavelength of a photon. This is the equation of de Broglie wavelength of a photons. This equation is also known as the de Broglie wavelength, de Broglie relation also. Okay. He then suggested that the wave and particle properties of matter can be explained by using the same equation of wavelength of photon. He means de Broglie. De Broglie scientists obtained the wave and particle nature of matter using this equation, and that equation is lambda is equal to the h as it is because it is constant. P is here momentum of photon. Now momentum of matter waves is m into v, and this is the equation of wavelength of matter waves, which is very important. And this is the equation of wavelength of photon. These two equations are important. Lambda is equal to h upon p. This is the wavelength of photon. Lambda is equal to h upon mv because p is equal to the m into v, where m is the mass of that particle and v is the velocity of the particle. Okay, because p is equal to the m into v. Okay, already you are familiar with this equation. Momentum is equal to the m into v. Okay, then we will obtain the equation of wavelength of electron using the de Broglie hypothesis in next video. Let us stop here.